back again, but I might leave again. I guess we'll find out. And I'm doing something different today. Kind of different, kind of not different. It's something that I've wanted to do, but never have I? I might have done this. I don't remember. I don't think I've done this before, but it's something I've wanted to do and just haven't. So we're gonna do that today. Today I'm gonna be doing a conspiracy theory video, and yes, I put on a Shane Dawson sweatshirt just for this. Yeah, this obviously Shane Dawson inspired this idea. Oh, let's just get right into it. Okay, first thing on my list is, yes, I have a list because I'm too lazy to memorize these things. But, first thing on my list is lilmiquela. So, she's a YouTube account, or, she's an Instagram account. Okay, so she has this Instagram. She's like, she looks real, but not real, but real. It's really weird. So like people have been asking her like, hey, are you real? Are you real? Which is really rude, but they're asking anyway. You know, everyone's like, what? She kind of looks altered. Like she's photoshopped her photos. But there was some crazy stuff that went down on her account. And like, okay. Her account, I don't know the dates because I just remember scrolling through my feed and seeing it. Her account got hacked by this other girl who kind of looked like Miquela, like she was altered somehow. Anyway, she put on pictures, she's like, well, Miquela, you're lying, like, you know, stuff like this, like, why are you getting all the attention? And all this stuff that was just crazy. And, I need this up because I have to look up names, but, so she, you know, all that happened, and then it was like a day after, I believe, all the pictures and stuff that this girl who had hacked her account were deleted. lilmiquela, she posted a few things and acted like it didn't happen, and then she, like, this, like, it seems not real. So she posted this thing saying how this company had made her, and that, like, she was like a robot, right? It's so crazy. She was saying like, I'm a robot, I didn't know this, I thought, hold on, I'll get the actual thing. Okay, she said she was made by this account called Brood. I think that's how it's pronounced, it might not be, but Brood. So, yeah, she said that she was made by them. She didn't know, like, she just thought, that, like, they just made her, they thought she was made after, I think she said she thought she was made after a person. I'm trying to find thing, but she posts a lot. But anyway, she thought she was made after a person, and she wasn't. She was just like made, and she didn't know about it, and that this girl had helped her realize this, and like it was crazy. So like now I'm like, I'm just confused. Is this real? Okay, she was like, yeah, I should look at the camera. Hi. Basically, she was basically saying, and my facts might not be right because I cannot find the post. She was basically saying that Brood had made her, this company had made her, they had lied to her, and that she was like a robot. And like they had made other people who were robots, and what? I honestly don't know if I should believe it or not. Like I don't know. I'm so confused. Like everyone was freaking out. They were like, what is going on? And I still can't process. I'm still like, it's one of those things that's so crazy that you don't know if it's real or if it's like, yeah, it's crazy. Go check out her account and just like, it's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. Hopefully, like, as the truth, I want to say hopefully the truth will come out, but the truth might have already come out, so I don't know how to end this. Okay, so my second thing is the chupacabra, which this is really really old and not really conspiracy theory. It's kind of just like a, one of those things, you know, one of those things, like a Loch Ness monster shit. It's like that. I don't know if those are conspiracies. Not really. We're gonna go through it anyway. If you don't know what chupacabra is, it was, okay, so it started out as like a story that, people in Latin America would tell their kids, like, hey, don't go out too late, or the chupacabra will get you, you know, stuff like that. And it started out like that, and then people started having sightings. So, like, the first sighting was made by Madeline Talento. I'm sorry if I messed that up. In 1995, she looked out her window and she saw what she described as this alien-like thing. And so people were all like, that spread like wildfire. Like, people knew, like, right after it happened. It was crazy. And so she was like, yeah, and so they were like, oh my god, it's chupacabra, oh my god, chupacabra is real. The image of chupacabra changed a lot. So like at first it was like kind of like alien-like, dog-like, like no hair, stuff like that. Sucked the blood out of animals. And so when she came out and said this, everyone was like, oh my god, it's alien-like, it's in Latin America, it's chupacabra. You know, like automatically, it's chupacabra, it's chupacabra. And I think she also thought like, oh, it's chupacabra, but I didn't find anything that said that specifically, so we don't know. And then like after this happened, a bunch of bodies started being found of like hairless, they looked like dogs, like hairless, like dogs. And so people were thinking, oh my god, we have the body of a chupacabra, it's this is crazy, it's real, it's real. So, but this scientist came in, like, you know, the scientists came in, they took the body, tried to figure out what it was, and it always turned out to be like a coyote or a dog or something, and everyone was like, oh, whatever. And a raccoon. How do you I don't understand how you can mistake a raccoon for a chupacabra, but that happened. But these animals were mistaken as chupacabras because they didn't have any fur, they didn't have any hair. So the people were like, well, if it's a dog, then why does it have fur and stuff like that? So it turns out they had this thing, it's called scarpodic mange. Oh, I'm butchering all of these words. But basically what that is it's these mites that get under dogs' skin and like they itch so bad. So like the dogs itch till their hair falls out. So, you know, it's hairless dogs and you see it and it's kind of creepy looking, you know, and if it doesn't have an owner, obviously it's kind of skinny. So, you know, people were thinking, oh, it's chupacabra. It's the first thing people go to. People started something like my window and his hair was gold. It wasn't just the body of these animals that they were finding, there was also the body of these cattle that were dead and they had like bite marks in their neck, kind of like, you know, like the Dracula bite marks, they had those. So people were thinking, oh, but what about these bodies? They're drained of blood, it's my cattle, they don't have, you know, the bite marks in them. And like people were, when I read on the site, I was like, oh, there's just normal animal attacks and stuff, but I don't believe it. I totally bumped my camera. Like, no, listen. Why would an animal attack this and only drain all the blood? Because in most of the cases, it was just their neck bit and there was no blood. But, like, the animal was still mostly intact. So why are these animals just biting and drinking the blood? And that's it. And some people have related it to vampire bats. I don't know how much that's like a lot of blood though for a vampire bat. Like that's a lot of blood and you are a tiny animal. And I don't actually know how big vampire bats bites are. But like these bites are kind of like, you know, kind of big. They're not like tiny little bites. They're like kind of big. So is it chupacabra real? Is it all made up in our heads like most things? What's going on? So I'm really into like these animals like Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster. I'm really into all of that. Mermaids are my thing. Really into all that. So this chupacabra thing is like super interesting to me, especially where there's been evidence. It's like it could be, it could not be. You know, it like feeds the fire and like I love it. I love it. Now this last one, I saved this last because I didn't want to give any spoilers. So this is about Star Wars, the Star Wars community. So if you're like, eh, Star Wars, you can click on now. You don't have to listen to me. Also, it will give spoilers for the new movies, not the newest, but like new movies. Yeah, just the next two new movies. So it does give spoilers for those two. For some reason, the only movie title I can think of is The Last Jedi. What was it? Oh, The Force Awakens. There we go. It clicked. So it does give spoilers for those. But guys, I'm shook because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I didn't even think about this theory. So this theory is obviously about Rey's lineage because that's a thing. And you know, at first, when I was first watching the movie, I was like, oh, it's Luke's kid. Like, I wasn't even like shook. I was like, ah, it's Luke's kid. But then my friend told me this in class, and I got thinking about it, and I'm shook. The conspiracy is that Rey is Obi-Wan Kenobi's granddaughter. And it's not as crazy as it sounds. Like, listen, okay. So first, like, the first thing that I'm gonna is like, it's kind of subtle, is the accents, because there's only been like 2 British like people, like actors, because like both of the actors for these characters are American, but they play as a British accent. So there's only been 2, which is Obi-Wan Kenobi and Rey, but also C-3PO, obviously. And they both had the same accent. So like, what if, you know, grandpa like daughter, they both got the granddaughter, they both got the accent, kind of makes sense, and I was kind of like, whatever. But then there's a lot of similarities between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin and Rey and Kylo Ren. There's a lot of similarities between those two, so like people were thinking like, oh, this is like the directors and they're like making these similarities to connect the two, connect them. And, you know, it's the I really want her to be the granddaughter. Obi-Wan Kenobi is like my favorite character, so like, please, I need another Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's similarities between, sorry, I didn't mean to go off track, but there's similarities between them, you know, Anakin, Rey, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi, and, oh, I meant Rey, Kylo Ren, Anakin, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's similar plot stuff going on there. Also, the scene where Rey is locked up, okay, so like, you know, where the scene where Rey's locked up, she's been casually locked up and she's being watched by that stormtrooper. There's a lot of similarities when she was like, you know, how Obi-Wan Kenobi is like, these are not the droids you've been looking for, and you know, they go away. These are not the droids you've been looking for. Something like that. There's a lot of similarities between her and that stormtrooper and that situation. So again, they're more like linking Rey and Obi-Wan Kenobi together, and I'm sorry, I'm still shook. I didn't even think about this. And there was also something that J.J. Abrams said, and we all know J.J. Abrams. He was saying kind of like how there was a lot of connections between Rey and how she's kind of like, you know, lonely, kind of an outcast, and her lineage. He didn't say anybody, but he said their lineage. And you know, in Obi-Wan Kenobi, in episodes, I want to say 3 and 4. Ooh. 2 and 3. I meant 2 and 3, right? What did I? No, it's 3 and 4. 3 and 4. I'm doubting myself. No, but in episodes 3 and 4, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi was kind of like the outcast. He's kind of quiet, you know, stuff like that. So they're thinking like, if it's like that, you know, she's lonely, more connections, connecting them together. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm kind of believing it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of leaning towards that. Because I mean, what was Obi-Wan Kenobi doing? Wait, this is starting not to make sense. Okay, so wait. When would he find time to make a child? Who would it be with? I want to know who the mother is. Conspiracy theory for Star Wars. It's a 3-parter. I have 3 conspiracies for Star Wars. It's Kylo Ren is a double agent, and I don't believe this one, mostly because I don't like Kylo Ren. Don't come at me, fangirls, but I don't like it. I don't. And the thing is, he's a double agent, and I get all this because he's really conflicted. Like, you can tell in the show, he's like super conflicted. He's really conflicted, and you can really tell this because like he's always like he's on the dark side, you know, like he seems very depressed. You know, he does not seem happy to be on the dark side. And so, you know, people know this conflict, and I mean, you really do start to wonder why, if he's so upset with being on the dark side, and I mean, his mom is on the good side, it wouldn't be very hard for him to switch up, you know? He just does it. So why is that? people think it's because, oh, he's a double agent, you know, he's a double agent. And there's a few things also when he, spoiler, I'm giving a spoiler alert now for The Force Awakens, so if you haven't seen it, skip like, I don't know, 30 seconds, just skip this next part. There's a lot of evidence of this when he kills Han Solo. You know, he's saying to him before he kills him, oh, I want to be free of this pain, the guy with the gray hair walked by again. But, you know, he's telling Han, I want to be free of this pain, I don't like this pain, you know, he keeps going back to this pain, and you wonder why he just doesn't leave with Han, but no, he goes back. I just don't like him. Kylo was like, hey, I need, you know, basically like, I need a favor, and Han was like, anything, and Kylo just shows him his lightsaber, you know, like, you know, kind of lifts it up, and Han kind of just goes, okay, like, you can kill me, like, you know, it was like a signal, like, hey, I have to kill you. Like, if he's so bad, why didn't he just do it? He asked Han permission. What? So, like, people are thinking he's saying, I have to do this to get Snoke's trust so I can get closer to him. I need to kill you to show that I'm full dark side, I'm there, I'm ready. And, you know, so that was what people were thinking when he did that. And I started thinking about it, and there was the one time in the newest movie, I think it's The Last Jedi. I'm gonna hate myself if that's the wrong title. I did my crap. This video is going great. I switched up so quickly. Ugh, sorry, I know. But I started thinking about this. When they were in the chamber, it's like one part of the movie, he's in the chamber with Snoke, and Snoke says something about him not being on the dark side, about something about him when he hesitated to kill Han or something like that, like he hesitated or something along those lines. Don't come after me, I've only seen it once because I'm broken, can't fight again. But he says something like that, and Ben goes off, he's like, I killed Han Solo, I killed him, how does that not show him ready? And for some reason, I feel like if he didn't, like, that just seemed off to me. Like, something about that scene seemed off, like he was like, oh no, like he kind of panicked. So I'm wondering if like he was scared he's gonna blow, like his cover had been blown, like they knew like he wasn't on the bad side, he was on the good side, he's like a double agent. Again, I still don't believe it, but it's interesting to think about, but personally I'm not into it. Alright guys, that's all I have for today, and I'm so excited to be back. I was super excited to make this video, and I'm super excited to edit this video. I'm really glad to be back and be doing videos again, and hopefully